Hi guys, Mandy here. This video blogging thing. Cyn and I are working on it, and we're going to go through the alphabet. I, of course, get stuck with A. Cyn has assigned me the topic of agents. I get to assign her something. I'll get to that later. So, just to be fair, I think I should warn everyone that you're taking advice from someone who wore her shirt backwards all day. Seriously, I really did. There's the tag. See the size on there? So anyways, it's still a cute shirt though, right? Agents. Do you need them? Do you want them? My answer is yes. I absolutely adore my agent. She is totally amazing. And yeah, she'll take 15%, but she's been working for like 2 years for nothing. Don't tell her I said that. Okay. Now that we've established that obviously you want an agent because I'm totally brilliant and you're going to agree with everything I say, how do you snag an agent? Well, obviously with a query letter, which is probably the single hardest page you will ever write, but it's also the most important one, because without that, they're never going to read your novel. The one advice I offer on this topic that hasn't been said 8,000 times everywhere is stop trying to explain your whole dang novel. The agent is not wanting to read every plot twist and every background on your world building and your 17 extra characters. All you want to do is interest them. You just want to make them go, that sounds kind of interesting. You don't need to explain the whole novel. So quit trying to. Just write a paragraph or two, introduce some characters, tell the agent what the conflict is. That's all that really matters. My next piece of advice is query more than 1 or 2 agents at a time. Agents take a long time to get back because they're busy and their client list is the first priority. You don't want to be waiting months and months for a single agent and then moving on. I started with 12 and I happened to get an agent rather quickly, but if I hadn't, I would have kept going and keeping a minimum of 12 out there. My other piece of advice is don't query with a rough draft. You really need to have critique partners rip it apart. Revising does not mean fixing typos and grammar errors. That's what I thought when I first started. But sometimes it's rewriting the whole dang thing. Sometimes there are problems that you will never foresee until someone else reads it. And even after I've written like 9 drafts on some of my work, I still think, this is the novel that I'm not going to have to revise. And then someone reads it and tells me that that's not true. And my last piece of advice on agents is make sure you kind of vary your query list. Query some big shark agents that are huge in the literary world, but also query some new ones building their lists. If they have a good agency name behind them, don't cross them off just because they're new. My agent hasn't been in the agenting world for decades, but she is good at what she does, and I get a lot of attention and time, and I don't feel like some tiny little person on a totem pole. I think when my success comes, it will be because of her. So definitely query big agents and little ones. So Cyn, now comes the part I get to assign you your topic. I'm really bad at this because I got B, which should be like the easiest letter ever. But seriously, B. I would like you to video log about the book you wish you could take credit for. Like the book on the shelf that you just read and you thought, oh my god, I'm a total hack and will never write something this good. Which book is that for you? And I know that's like technically a phrase, but that's okay. We make up our own rules. So until next week, guys, see you later.